right, let's start with the big headline from over the weekend. Marcus Freeman agrees to a 4-year extension that'll make him one of the highest paid coaches in college football. So, JP, he hasn't come close to winning a title yet. Normally when you're getting this type of cash, it's to win championships. He hasn't come close to winning a title yet. Are you surprised by the move?
Well, let me say this one thing before we get into it. I know private schools can do whatever they want to do. They never report the numbers. They like to say, oh, we'll make him one of the highest paid. I'd like to just see. I want to know, like, what neighborhood. We talking about top 3 highest paid? We talking top 5? Like, I just want to know that for
8
curiosity. I'm very curious, right? Is he in the $10 million club? I'm assuming he is based off of the way they're talking about this. First off, congratulations to my guy Marcus Freeman. He's been phenomenal. The players love him. He's built a team with an identity. They run the football well. They play great defense. They're tough. To answer your question, has not come close to winning a title here. I don't think that matters in the grand scheme of things. Notre Dame is in position this year to go pursue a title. And again, we know what the expectation is for a Marcus Freeman coach team. Mm-hmm. Some ugly losses on there. I totally get that. The bottom doesn't ever seem like it's going to fall out, though, because they're well constructed. They've got really good kids. That matters to them. They do well in the classroom. They do well in the community. And then they go out there and they knock heads on Saturdays. Yeah. And I think they understand with Marcus Freeman, they're always going to have a product that they can generally be proud of by the end of the year.
I really just think this is a perfect fit and a perfect marriage. This feels like this could be the beginning of a 10, 20, 30-year relationship. Marcus Freeman feels like, I mean, seriously, we don't talk like that in today's landscape anymore. But seriously, in terms of just a classy, he's a handsome guy, he's a well-spoken dude. It makes a ton of sense, and this is the commitment from Notre Dame going forward. But I think Notre Dame is looking at this and looking at the current landscape of college football, and as it applies to the current playoffs, there's no juggernaut anymore. And I don't think there's going to be any juggernauts in today's landscape, which means Notre Dame has an amazing opportunity to say, I think the floor now, and the expectation, and part of the reason you lock down Marcus Freeman and pay him what you pay him is they're thinking they're going to be in the playoffs just about every single year going forward. And I think that that's a fair expectation. Now, the question here for you, JP, is what chances are you giving Freeman and Notre Dame of making it, not winning it, but just making it to the national championship at some point within the next 6 years?
I mean, they got as good of a chance as anybody to do it this year. Not to disrespect Indiana, right? But if you're comparing rosters, you look at what Vegas has to say about that one. Notre Dame certainly has a great opportunity there. Then you get a Georgia team. We don't know about Carson Beck and his elbow. Gunnar Stockton, the one time he tried to do anything with the football in that game, he threw an interception, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we don't know about him. Then you get Penn State, maybe SMU or Boise State. Again, matchup that you like. Yeah. He could be in the national championship game this year. And I think that's why they felt so confident about giving this man an extension.
I'm with you. I'd say 95% over the next 6 years. Like, I don't want to say 99%, but I actually wouldn't be, I don't think I'm hesitant to really say that at the same time. I mean, you laid out that schedule right there. Georgia is supposed to be the juggernaut, but they've been extremely vulnerable, and they're going to struggle against Notre Dame's defense. There's complete alignment from the university right now. The NIL has opened up everything. Notre Dame is obviously has that brand power in the history. They're positioned as well as anybody to continue this standard going forward. I absolutely think they will. I believe they will make it at least once to a national championship in the next 6 years.
Let me ask you this question just real quick. So the defense continues to do what they do. The run game looks the way that it runs. And then you add in a guy like C.J. Carr. What do you think of Notre Dame?
Depends what C.J. Carr does.
Okay, but if he hits, though,
if he hits, then I think you're winning a national title.
If he hits, this thing is going to the moon. I think that's what the people see. They're confident about the way that it's being built. So, again, congratulations to Marcus Freeman.